If you've ever had that sinking feeling when the market's selling off like today, well, it's not time for panic. It's time for planning. Let's jump in and see what we're talking about. Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, depending on where you're calling in from. Welcome to another exciting episode of Trade Your Way to Freedom. My name is Dennis Wilborn, and I'm joined today by Anil Parikh, expert market technician and leader of the Delaware IBD Meetup Group. Good morning, Anil.
Good morning. Thanks for that intro. Wow.
Well, I know you've got some really great stuff planned coming up here in the very near future. And so I just, I want to make sure that I stay on your right side. We've got a session that's basically, hopefully will change, your way, your approach to the market. We see some profit taking place right now. We're sitting there going, okay, is it profit taking or is it something greater than that? And so let's go ahead and dive right into what is going on. Here's some of the big stories for the week. In just about 3 minutes before I pushed the go button today, this headline popped up. The market weakens due from morning highs. Consumer sentiment weighs on the market. So the fact of the matter is what's up for next week? We've got a whole bunch of earnings coming up. We have, the issues of what's going on in Israel. We've got inflation. The market is just basically climbing this huge wall of worry, plus throw in on top of that profit taking. And if you're wondering about profit taking, because we have been into some really great trades, and if you ever question or wonder, well, how do I get out of a trade? What's a proper way to take profits? I'm going to put a link up here in this corner up here that's going to cover a new video I just put up on the YouTube channel about the 4 proven tips to help you be more confident and more certain about how and where to take profits. Anil, our stock picks for today and our market analysis will help settle everybody's uncertainty about what's going on with the market. So you want to watch this to the end through really quickly to show you where we're at. AutoPilot Trend, we're up about 31% for the year. We're beating the S&P by 18%. If you are, tired of the uncertainty in the market, you got to know which way to turn and which way to direct that. And that's where we want to take a look at the indexes of what's going on right now in the market. To the indexes, and let's go ahead and start with the spiders or the S&P. As you see, S&P came running up here this past week, and what did it do? It hit into the 50-day moving average, couldn't get past it. We hit a reversal signal here. That is a hanging man, followed by a bearish engulfing, followed by a today's downside move. Now the question comes, the question we have to ask is, have we broken structure? And one of the ways to determine that is to go over here into the weekly chart. And as you can see from the weekly chart, the uptrend is still intact, even though, so I will have to treat this right now, at least, as the makings of a pullback where? Into the Fibonacci magic fib box. We'll throw that up there really quickly so you can see it. That's that trend line. So just draw real quick, and here's the way you can determine. Here's the Fibonacci's, just from this high to low. Here's the magic fib box. And as you can see, we've already started to stick our nose down into that magic fib box, as you can see right there. But it hasn't pulled back 50% or even 618%, as we see right there. And so, excuse me. So until it does that, it may bounce from here. What else is going on that I want to be aware of? Well, it looks like my weekly momentum and my daily momentum are kind of in sync. And for me right now, I recognize that one longer term trend is up. 2, this can drop all the way down to this trend line here and still have the structure moving up to the ups, a bullish structure to it moving forward. So that's what I've got for the S&P. Am I buying anything right now? Heavens, no. What about the NASDAQ? Okay, NASDAQ, similar type situation. We can just take this longer term. There's a couple of long-term trends that we want to be aware of, and this was one, the short one that we're having going on here. Now, this could break shorter term and do a deeper pullback. This kind of lavender box is the magic fib box of the move from here to here. So that's the magic fib box of where we would expect a pullback. It stopped just a little bit short of the 50% line. So we're getting the ebb right now is down, but where's it going to stop? Is it going to stop here? Or it could overshoot and stop at that uptrend line right there, or any of the levels on the way down. There's one level that is right. There's one level that is right here. And that equates to, there you go, the 334.42 level. And as you can see, that is just on the other side. And isn't it interesting? It also corresponds with the 200-day moving average that's right there. So anything operational within those areas, we're still in a longer-term uptrend. And so it may be as the profit taking takes place, it may be a profit taking just down into this area. But one of the things I think we can look forward to, Anil, going into next week is the aspect of volatility caused by earnings. We've got Tesla reporting next week. Then we'll have the FANG stock starting to report next week. So let's jump over and take a look at what's going on with the Russell. Now, the Russell was kind of trying to act a little bit stronger than the other index to a point. However, I mean, this is classic. This is very classic technical analysis. What happened? We had a rally attempt off a level of support. Nice run there. But however, the people out there watching the markets, it got up here into the 20-day moving average that we see right there. And then price action started to stall out. And now we're stalling out, selling off. Will we stop here? Or will we overshoot? And if we do overshoot, will we get into here? And another question to be asked, and the clues is I still have this nice positive divergence on my TSI. And if you follow us on, if you're a premium member and you also follow us on the YouTube channel, look what's going on here. 3-line cluster on the market forecast. And how you interpret that is that when you get a 3-line cluster, whether it's on the daily, the weekly, or the intraday chart, what that tells us is that within 1 to 4 trading periods after you get the cluster, you tend to get a reversal. And so I'm looking right now for, we'll see what transpires. I do not have a reversal candlestick yet. However, I'm getting some clues that, okay, this may be where it bounces. Secondly, take a look at what's going on over here on the weeklies. Now, it did break that level right there, and we'll see if it continues to break that. So that is that 0 line, if you're coming at it from the bottom, works as a level of resistance. If you're coming at it from the top, often it'll work as a level of support. Anil, that's it for the indexes. What's your thoughts and comments?
Your indexes, I think your analysis is right on as usual. What I'm seeing on my system is as far as the Qs, weekly trend is still intact, and on the daily one, it's kind of gone up and down signals. It's uncertainty.
Uncertainty, yeah. That's kind of like my word for Friday is do you know that uncertainty is one of the biggest issues that a lot of traders have, and it makes them have kind of the eye in deer with the a deer in the headlights. Do you know what the major reason for uncertainty is?
No, you tell me. The way I usually look at uncertainty is the buying and selling pressures that are working in opposite directions, and that's why I'm getting frequent signals both ways.
Yeah. The major reason for uncertainty with traders is that they are not trading they haven't settled on trading a solid, proven system, and they don't have a routine so that it's habitual, so they know what to do when the market gets going through its ebbs and flows. They're trading without a plan. That's the major reason for uncertainty. So, hey guys, well, keep your curiosity alive. We're gonna in just a moment. We're gonna jump into the stocks, and I'm really excited about the stocks. And I do have an ETF for you this week. It's going to be a shocker for you, but let's go ahead and jump over and start taking a look at the stocks for the week. And as I mentioned earlier, trading without a plan is like navigating uncharted water. Fear comes in, it's fear, not traders. And just a real quick update on the book. It is still on track to be released during the last part of October. And it's still time to pre-order and get involved and get the invite to our master class, which is going to be the 10th and 11th of November. Anil, uncertainty is part of trading, but it doesn't have to hold us back. Make sure to check out our playlist on because I filled it with profitable trading tips, and that's what I'll take you away from. It'll be up here in this corner here, and provide you a really valuable roadmap to overcoming fear and mastering the market. You've got the power to steer your trading journey in the right direction. So again, stay tuned for additional valuable content. Happy trading. Aloha. God bless everybody. Have a great weekend. So Anil, I just want to say thanks a lot. You bring exceptional value to our meetings every week, and so I appreciate you being here.
No, thank you very much. And I'm also learning a lot from you and others. So
thank you, sir.